All right, guys, we're here with Meshell Baker, Chief Confidence Igniter,
Yes.
and with Meshell Enterprises, and you just got in hearing James Keyes speak
Yes.
at the Dream to Lead
Yes.
LEADJITSU, hosted by Rhonda Williams.
Yes.
Talk to me a little bit about what your takeaways were for today's engagement.
Absolutely incredible. There was a question that was posed to him that I'll never forget, and it was that CEO is change equals opportunity. That was the theme. He really talked about how to embrace change and how knowledge and learning is the power that will take any change and it will change. It will help your trajectory. It will empower your excellence. It will create opportunity. It opens doors, and that can only happen when you embrace the change and you learn why the change is happening, because it's always happening for you.
When you think of perspective, and James talked a little bit about perspective, correct?
Yes.
Share a little bit about what you gathered from that.
Yes, what I gathered is that, like, for example, he gave the story of his upbringing, which was very adverse. So someone might hear that story and go, oh, that's so sad, that's awful. He loved that he had an early life of adversity because it gave him strength, it gave him courage, it gave him the perspective that anything was possible. Because he was raised with so little and it was taken away on many occasions, he had no fear of loss. And that was something that I really heard resonate. That perspective is that there's nothing that you can lose or will lose that you cannot replace or acquire again.
Speak to me a little bit about LEADJITSU, the Advanced Humanized Leadership Conference today, and Dream to Lead. Speak to a little bit about Rhonda Williams and her efforts.
Yeah, so I've had the pleasure of knowing Rhonda Williams. She's absolutely incredible and constantly and consistently looking at how she can empower leaders to lead this next generation, to help continue with innovation and encouragement and engagement, diversity, equity, inclusion. And that's what this is today, is really helping leaders to dream, right? To actually see that there's no problem people, there's only opportunity people.
That's beautiful. Opportunity people. I need to jot that down. I always see these reporters, they're at the desk and they grab a pen, they start taking notes. I'm like, that's why they do it, because there's so many. I always believe there's always these little golden nuggets that you take when you interview somebody. Meshell, talk to me a little bit about what you're doing here at the event. You're going to be speaking today?
Yes. So I'm going to be speaking alongside Rhonda, and she brought me in as the Chief Confidence Igniter. I have this incredible ability where I can translate and transform that perception of chaos into a practical and profitable confidence. It's what I do in my business. It's what I do for many, many stages around the world, and I get the opportunity to do that here, to really speak to what we are experiencing and how to translate that in something that you can actually take actionable steps on and incorporate and continue to integrate, so your identity and overall way of being changes.
That's beautiful. I have to say, just standing next to you, there's a confidence exuding from you, and it's kind of contagious too. So yes. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm gonna take some of that. Put them both. I have two pockets on one side, and we're gonna. And I have two here, so we got this. Meshell, my bell, Dougie Fresh,
yes.
Get Fresh crew. I just realized that. I love that we're from that same generation,
yes.
the same type of music. Speaking of that, soulful engagement. When you think of soulful, being soulful in your purpose and your cause, how important is that?
It's absolutely. I say it's that uniqueness. What I find when you hear speakers or when you hear presenters or when you hear leaders or influencers that make this impact, they have this ability to tap into the humanness of what another person is hearing. And I always say people are buy for emotional reasons and they justify with logic. So you think about it, when they're buying, we are constantly selling. My background is sales. You're selling yourself all day long. One of the things I tell people, if you have an argument with someone, you lost the sale, right? Your ability to communicate with someone and inspire and influence them to understand, not necessarily agree, to understand is everything. And that's what I love about why we're here today. I love about what I do, what I get to do with my clients and from the stages, is to help them hear a new way to embrace change, to be accountable and responsible, to go out and create something amazing for themselves, for the companies they work with, and for the legacy of who they are in their life, their families.
Meshell, nice to meet you. Thank you very much for taking the time to leave a soundbite, and we look forward to learning more about you, and
Yes.
maybe we can get you on one of our podcasts in the
Yes,
weeks and months to come.
absolutely. Thank you so much for this opportunity. It was so fun to
Awesome.
speak with you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Awesome.